Hey, Brandon with All Clean SoftWash here, and today I want to talk to you about metal roofs. Now, when we get called out to come out and take a look at a metal roof for cleaning, there's really one of two things that we find. The first thing is your normal everyday maintenance clean. There's a layer of algae or mold or mildew that's up on the roof, and we apply our SoftWash solution, rinse it off, apply a finishing agent on it, and the roof looks fantastic. The other thing that happens is when the roof is in need of a restoration. There's a thin layer of oxidation that's happened on the paint where the paint actually becomes chalky just from the weathering of the sun and just being out in the weather and the elements, and perhaps because it hasn't been maintained in many years. And so I have a metal roof right here and I want to show you what that looks like. Come over here. The way that you can tell if a roof is starting to oxidize is what I call the rub test. So we're going to take my fingers right here and I'm just going to essentially rub. It's kind of hot. Rub the roof. Now if you notice, the color of the roof is now on my fingertips. Now if this was a blue roof or a red roof, my fingers would be blue or they'd be red. The paint color is what's actually starting to chalk and become oxidized and is forming this thin layer of almost dust-like appearance on the roof. But a metal roof restoration can actually remove that. Now I want you to think of it compared to getting your car washed versus getting it cut and polished. They're two completely different processes. The washing really is part of a maintenance cleaning. You know, you go in and you apply the soap, do a light scrub, and you rinse. Whereas the cut and polish, you have to really get in there and start attacking the paint layer of the car itself. And that's what this is similar to with a metal roof restoration. It involves using a completely different kind of a chemical that's applied onto the roof after it's been cleaned, and then it requires a lot of scrubbing in order to remove this chalky layer that's bonded to the nice paint layer that's underneath, and then rinsing it off. So what I'm going to do is I want to take this little panel of roof that is heavily oxidized over years and years of heavy sun exposure, and we're gonna apply the solution, scrub it, and rinse it down, and you'll see what the difference is of before when it's heavily oxidized and after a metal roof restoration has been made on the roof. So stay tuned. Okay, so I wanted to take you up here on the roof and just kind of show you the difference between the area that we restored and the area that still has yet to be restored. So I'm going to go ahead and pan around here, and you can see the difference of this area now that it's been dried. The one challenge that I had while doing this section is it's so hot out today that the solution and the water just dries almost as quick as I could scrub it. So as I finish up these last couple panels, I'm actually only going to take just a couple panels at a time, so that way I have time to let the chemical actually dwell and work on the oxidation. I had to do a lot of scrubbing on this first half and constantly keep it wet, and it's actually kind of stressful trying to clean it with as hot as it was. So we're going to go ahead and work on this next section and just do one or two panels at a time as we go through and scrub it, and just wait till you see what this all looks like once it's all done. It's going to look really good. Okay, so I wanted to bring you up now that this panel has been completely restored and just show you what an amazing difference roof restoration makes. This is what it used to look like right over here. Look at all that chalky oxidation that's still on there. You can see where we did our little rub test right here, where the paint is still chalking off of there. So you can see it's definitely a lot more of a labor-intensive process than just a normal maintenance clean, a lot like a cut and polish of an automobile on that clear coat. But we restored and transformed this roof nearly to what it looked like 20 years ago when it was installed. It doesn't have quite the same amount of luster, but it is remarkable how much of a difference has been made when you compare to what it used to look like after it was cleaned to what it now looks like now that it's been restored. So if you have a metal roof that's starting to look a little dull and dingy, give us a call for a free quote on getting your roof restored at 503 All Clean. Again, my name is Brandon, and thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a great day.